Hi friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So we will continue our discussion on the mounts. A quick recap of what do I mean by mounts. Mounts are so important that they are the energy center of the hand, which supplies the current, the energy to the whole hand. You know, even in spirituality, the mounts have been given so special significance that they carry the reason of all creation. The presence of superconscious is also seen from the mounts. Mounts can be found on three levels. First is at the bottom of the fingers, on the top of the palm. Second is on the middle of the palm, and third is close to the wrist. So we have reached the last mount which we have to discuss here, which is the Mount of Venus, which can be found over here. So this portion just below the Mount of Lower Mars and the area encircled by the lifeline. This portion is known as the Mount of Venus. The key attributes which are ascribed to Mount of Venus are love, compassion, emotions, sympathy, love of brotherhood, the signs of liquid cash, the wealth, all that, and even the sensual and sexuality of someone's personality is seen from this portion of the hand. So now comes the question, how can we judge the Mount of Venus, whether it is in a good state or in a bad state? So there are majorly two aspects to it. First is the lifeline plays a very strong role in determining the region allotted to the Mount of Venus. Had this line been narrowly formed on the Mount of Venus, on the palm, this would automatically give less area to the Mount of Venus. And in case if we'll find the curve of the lifeline to be very broad on the hand, on the palm, so this would automatically give larger area to the Mount of Venus. I guess might be that is the only reason why even God wants the humanity to, God wants us to be loving and caring towards others, because Mount of Venus carry more region and more area in the palm than any other mount. So first attribute to judge the Mount of Venus remains to be how much area the lifeline is curving on the palm, and second is remains to be the fullness and height of the Mount of Venus. So when I say fullness and height, you know, you just need to check the Mount of Venus from different angles. So let's say when I say Mount of Venus, so this is my lifeline on the hand and this is the Mount of Venus. So if I need to check this, I need to check it from the eye level. So how much this area is being looking puffed from the rest of the hand, that would tell about the condition of the Mount of Venus. So you know, majorly it could be found in, you know, three categories. One would remain to be standard, where you will just find the Mount of the lifeline curving a standard length. Along with that, this portion is in proportion to the Mount of Luna and balanced in the hand. So this would just tell about someone who has got very, you know, balanced aspect in his personality. He is loving, he is caring, he is emotional, he is creative. So all that can be seen from a balanced and a standard Mount of Venus. Let's say if we'll just find this portion to be overly puffed, like a balloon which is about to get puffed, about to get burst. So this would just tell about the Mount of Venus to be in a very extreme condition present on the hand. So this would just tell about someone who is like highly sensual, and let's say if other signs on the hand are negative, so this could just make this person too much into the pleasures of the life, too much devoted towards the pleasures of the life. And lastly, if you just find this Mount of Venus to be, you know, flat or deflated, so this would just indicate that the, you know, the Venusian traits are lacking in this person's personality. And in the case of deflated, this could also indicate that either this person has got too much indulged in the sexual activities, which has just resulted in worn out of the energy, or this could also indicate, you know, in the case of man, that he has gone through prostate operation. So this is a phase where this energy has been lacking in his hand. And in the case of women, this could also indicate hysterectomy. So this is how analysis is done. Mount of Venus can be judged. So now coming to the personality traits. See, when I say personality traits, so these are the people who want to love and who want to be loved in return. You know, these are those typical peacemakers which you will find in any of the group. These are the best empathizers, best sympathizers. Even if during the midnight you'll just call a archetype Venusian person, he would just give a proper sympathetic ear to your problems. So that is the only reason which makes these people very popular within their group. And these people are also very sensitive, and you know all these signs could accentuate if you find the sensitivity pads on the tip of the fingers. Sensitivity pads are when you find this portion to be so puffed and so prominent that it looks like a drop of water or a tear drop which is about to fall. So this is a sign of heightened sensitivity, and Venusian people are like already very sensitive. You know, even all the birthdays, anniversaries, and you know all those important dates remain to be very crucial for them. So let's say if your wife is a proper archetype Venusian, you just cannot afford to just forget her birthday. So this is how these are the like typical archetype traits of the Mount of Venus. The only thing which these people need to learn is to say no, because majority of the times they worry on behalf of other people only. Now coming to the part of the lifestyle, love and marriage aspect of Venusian people. So when I say lifestyle, you know, these people are like very easy to judge even within the crowd. These are these people are like very beautiful, very graceful. You'll find these people very well dressed. Even you know, in the case of all the art exhibitions and all the art gatherings, these gatherings are like filled with typical Venusian people, because they have a natural knack for the beauty and or the beautiful aspect of the life and all the beautiful things of the life. And so indulging too much into shopping, remaining concerned for the others, getting associated with all the charitable causes, they remain to be the dominant personality traits, the dominant lifestyle aspect of these people. And when it comes to love and marriage, no matter that, like the way I said, to love and to be loved remain to be very major aspect and very major priority of these people, but not at the cost of compromising on the loyalty. These people would remain to be very loyal, and majority of the times, because of their heightened this love aspect, you will just find these people to be getting married at an early age. And when it comes to choosing the right suitable marriage partner, although what has been written in all the texts is that a Venusian is an ideal combination. Venus and Mars makes an ideal combination. But along with Mars, see, because the reason is that these people are like so sensitive, so beautiful, so nurturing that they want to be taken care of. And Mars, which represents energy, Mars, which represents, archetype, power and courage. So that is the only reason Venus makes a very good combination with a Martian personality. But along with that, a archetype Jupiterian person can also be a very good match with Venusian personality. Apollo, a Sun person, a Mercurian person, Mercurian personality traits could also be a very good combination and could get along very good in a relationship with Venusian person. But the kind of match which suits to be very incompatible are, the first would remain to be the Saturnian match. Why I said that? Because these people are like too gloomy for a very colorful lady, and same is the case with the Moon person, because Moon remains to be very fickle minded in all aspect of his life. So this is how we can just relate to the lifestyle, love and marriage aspect of a Venusian person. Now coming to the lower type. So what I mean by lower type, see, first of all, one sign, whether it's in astrology, whether it's in numerology or whether it's in palmistry, never tells the whole picture. You need to look at it in conjunction with all other signs present on the hand. So let's say the Mount of Venus is too swollen, too puffed and too excessively present in someone's hand, and along with that there are other negative signs, like the texture of the skin is too rough, the thumb is clubbed, or let's say the headline, the ability to logically look at things is distorted. So this could just make these people, indulge too much into the pleasures and the joy of life, even sacrificing the opportunities and all the good things and all the constructive things of the life. And the worst aspect is, if this Mount of Venus is formed and found along with a very negative and afflicted Mount of Mars, this could just indicate that these people could just have this in order to fulfill their ambitions and in order to fulfill their sensual aspect of the life and sensual desires of the life. These guys could even take the road of crime. These guys would not even hesitate even in getting into all the sex crimes and murdering someone out of jealousy or rage. So this is the way we do analysis and check the lower aspect of the Venusian personality, because a heightened Venusian archetype personality traits could just make someone too loving, someone like Mother Teresa could just make someone very heightened, a good sense in fashion, good sense in in the art and creativity. But in a lower type, this would just make someone too much indulgent into the sexual and the sensual aspect of the life. And when it comes to the physical characteristics and the health aspect of an archetype Venusian person, so like the way I've been saying this thing, these people are like born beautiful, they are very graceful, they are very good to talk to, and you know, even when it comes to their physical characteristics, like the way a Saturnian remains to be too tall, so same way a Venusian person would remain to be a medium height, a well formed, you know, oval shape you could just find in someone's personality, in someone's physical appearance, their high set, you know, cheekbones, very well formed nose, you know, broad nostrils, even in you'll find these three vertical lines in between the eyebrows, which is also a sign of Venus. And along with that, you know, well formed chest, well formed hips, medium height, and all the signs of beauty. These people are immune to aging before time. You will just find a Venusian, archetype Venusian person to be looking younger from his or her regular age. And even in the case of men, these guys would remain to be less vulnerable towards getting bald with the passage of time. And when it comes to their health, like the way I've been saying this thing repeatedly, first thing is these people are natural worriers, so anxiety remains to be a very big hurdle and big obstacle in terms of enjoying good health. And lastly, if the person is of lower type and getting too much of indulgent into sexual encounters, then these guys would remain to be vulnerable towards getting sexually transmitted diseases. Apart from that, these people enjoy very good health. And now comes the part of, you know, judging the amount of Venus on the parameter of 3 worlds. So what do I mean by 3 worlds? The hand in palmistry can be divided into 3 layers. One is the mental, which tells about intelligence. Second is practical, which tells about daily affairs, the business abilities, and third tells about our physical indulgences, whether in the form of sensuality, sexuality, or materialism. So hand can be divided on 2 parts. One is the fingers could be seen from these 3 attributes, 3 levels: mental, practical, physical, and the hand as a whole. The fingers tell about our mental traits, the middle of the palm till here tells about our practical, and this last, the bottom of the hand tells about our physical aspect of the personality. So let's say if a mount of Venus with good mental flange can be found in someone's hand, this would just indicate that these people remain to be very idealistic, very, you know, loving, very caring, and very idealistic in terms of their love, in terms of their relationship, in terms of all the aspect of their personality. And let's say along with that, if you find the heart line reaching till the mount of Jupiter, so the, you know, the approach towards idealism would increase more in these people's personality. And let's say if the amount of Venus is formed along with amount of Venus is well formed along with the practical world to be prominent. So when I say practical world, the second flange of the fingers to be longer, or the middle of the palm is very prominent. So these guys would remain to be very level-headed and very practical in the matter of their emotions, in the matter of their loving, caring relationship with others. And lastly, the third type, which is of physical. So like the way I have already explained, in the lower type, if the mount of Venus is well formed, along with that the bottom of the hand is very puffed, very broad, very thick, or the third phalanges are like very long, so this would just make these people very vulnerable towards the physical indulgences and to getting too much into the sensual aspect of the life. And lastly, we also check the condition of the mounts in combination with other mounts. So let's say the mount of Venus is well formed, along with that Jupiter is the second mount which is very prominent in the hand. So this would just indicate that Jupiter represents the mount of Jupiter. So this is our mount of Jupiter. This tells about this is our mount of Jupiter. This tells about our desire for respect, leadership, egoism. So if these two mounts are well formed, this would just indicate that this guy can do very good in politics or any of the field where not only the challenge is to rise the ladder and reach a position, but also to remain very nurturing and very caring towards the need of the others. The mount of Saturn and the mount of Venus, if well formed, if seen and found in someone's hand, this would just indicate that Saturn is, like the way I said, it tells about a scientific bent of mind, scientific ability. With good mount of Venus, this would just make these people, getting into the occupation of plastic surgery, cosmetic surgery, where they have to beautify things, because Saturn represents, like the way I've said, yes, scientific bent of mind. Venus tells about beautification, beautifying things. This could also indicate a good career in modeling, because Saturn represents tall people and Venus is about beauty. When it comes to Mount of Apollo and Mount of Venus to be in a good condition, this is a sure sign of a success in any of the film, media, and film media occupation. Why? Because these two mounts tell about our artistic and creative abilities, along with that our ability to get fame and recognition. Lastly, the Mount of Mercury. Mercury tells about our communicative abilities, our business acumen. This portion, the Mount of Mercury, this also tells about our, it tells about, it is like very quick, it is very flexible. Amount of Mercury also tells about our, business acumen. So a Mount of, well-formed Mount of Venus, a very well-formed, a very good, in a very good state Mount of Mercury could just make someone very good lawyer, and even can make someone very good doctor, but a feminine aspect would remain to be there. These guys could tend to become very good lawyers who deal in the matters of domestic affairs, or even when I say doctors, so the typical gynecologist can also be seen from a well-formed Mount of Venus and the Mount of Mercury. And lastly, the Mount of Mars and Mount of Venus, if they both found to be in a well-formed state, this could just indicate, all those people who are in the business of, let's say, or someone who is like a trade union leaders, or where you need to have energy, along with that compassion and nurturing and care towards others. And lastly, the Mount of Luna and the Mount of Venus, if these two found to be well formed, this would just indicate someone who has got very good imagination, good writing skills. So even if they'll become writers, so they'll take interest in writing, love stories and all the matters of the heart. So this is how analysis is done. My approach, my objective is to make you guys to finish your dependency in astrological chart. And prediction might take time, but at least the character analysis, if you have been following all my videos, the character analysis you can just do in minutes of the time. So I hope I made myself very clear in this video. For further more updates and notification on palmistry, please subscribe my channel and like my Facebook page. Thanks.